Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through!
G'day, players and homies, and welcome to Fumble Through!
Fumble through!
A podcast that says hello and then asks if it's me you're looking for. It's the start of a new year, and to celebrate, Justin and I have cooked up a little surprise. 52 episodes of this little beautiful baby we call Fumble Through. We want to thank each and every one of you for pulling up a seat each week and shooting the breeze as we dice some questions and play some make-believe. For us, this is a safe place where we get to let go of the cares of the world, play and have fun. We hope that for the last year, it's been a similar bastion of security and safety for all of you, and we thank you for joining us week on week. It gives us great joy to know that this humble little pod is connected with so many people, and we hold each and every one of you dear to our hearts. See, Justin, that's how you do emotion. But after a whole year of shenanigans, we thought we'd change it up a little, so I have staged a little coup. Never has one family seen such infighting since Oasis broke up.
Is that why Justin's tied up in the corner?
Yeah. It's the first time he's never said a thing for like 5 minutes in a podcast. That's right. Today I'm taking over. No more of Justin trying his best to stomp all over the beloved characters you've come to know and love. Anyway, Flopsy did a better job of hurting our characters than anything Justin put against us.
It's true.
This week, we may not even get to see our beloved characters, but I get ahead of myself. Speaking of people you've come to know and love, Lindsay.
Yep. Oh, you want me to do my socials? Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's a new year, guys. No more challenges. Let's just hang out and talk and have fun. Oh, yeah. So we have Buy Me a Dice on, buymeacoffee.com. So there's a link on our socials. Go there, and if you want to, chuck us a new dice, donate, be lovely. We do all this fun for free, but, everything helps since we are struggling working and running a podcast at the same time.
And we can never go without new dice. New dice are always cool.
That's true, yes.
Look, the reality is we're not buying dice, are we? We're buying legal help.
We're buying time away from our loved ones.
Trying to find someone who knows what TikTok is and how to use it.
Facebook, friend face.
MySpace, right?
Yeah. Weirdly, our MySpace account is not getting any traction whatsoever.
Yeah.
Not one person visits us on MySpace.
All on Napster, Justin.
Well, we are releasing this on Napster, aren't we?
All right, so let's get to this week's dicey question, and let's keep it simple. It's a new year, which often brings commitments to betterment. I'd like to hear three things you might like to improve on this year. Resolutions, if you will. One related to your family, one related to gaming,
Yep.
and one related to anything else you may like, work, hobby, education, anything you like.
Okay.
And up front, I'm going to just veto one thing. You cannot say, be more like Luke.
Not with that hashtag anyway, right?
Do you want me to go together? Go first while you guys speak?
I never get the chance to do a dicey question
Righto,
without
Justin, you're
having
in.
the prep time.
That's great. Go for
So
it.
my New Year's resolution, every year I go for I'm going to drink less, I'm going to work out more. This is the year that I'm going to do. But I actually have a challenge this year. By the end of 2022, I will be able to do 10 pull-ups. That's all. I'm setting the bar very low because then I can stand on the floor and do them. So I guess, when you talk, so what was it? The first one is
Family, gaming, anything you like.
Oh no, family. This year's family. Actually, no, I do have a family one. It'll be probably to spend more time away from my family recording this podcast. That's the first thing I'd like to do. For gaming, my New Year's resolution is to roll less ones. I don't know if that's up to me or somebody else. I don't know how to control that, but
Lindsay's character, right?
that's my game. And then the last thing is to spend a little bit more time learning. Last year was a real journey for me about learning how to do a lot of that technical stuff, learning how to do social media, all of that kind of stuff. I want to continue that. I actually really enjoyed that side of things, and I want to continue to learn how to draw on the computer and all that kind of stuff.
Cool. All right. Sounds boring as shit.
I also want to kill all your characters by the end of the year.
Nice. That's more Justin we know.
I'll go. Yep.
Luke's up.
So it was family, it was gaming, and any old. Okay, so for gaming, mine's going to be to actually paint a dramatic amount of miniatures that I have unpainted, assembled, but unpainted. So I've got
Paint them dramatically or paint a dramatic
as
amount?
dramatically as I can with my ever dwindling capacity and eyesight.
I have some props and costumes if you want to wear them while you paint.
Hello, unpainted miniatures.
No, I've got like 2 armies that I want to make sure that they're fully painted by the. Well, I was hoping to get one of them done before I go back to work through the holidays, but we'll see how that goes with everything else going on. But yeah, 2 of them, one a fantasy army, one of like a 40k army. So yeah. Family, just spending more quality time with the family as well would be nice. That's something I'd like to do this year because it's been a bit of a hectic year.
Everyone says more quality time.
Yeah.
Is that because you want to decrease the quantity of time?
No. So, I mean, we went to a kids' party last week and it was a pool party. Yeah, one of the local swimming centres. And when I got in the water, my kids just wanted to splash around with me
Yeah.
and didn't care
About the other
2
kids
shits about
there?
the other kids.
Yeah.
And that was really nice quality time for a good couple of hours. And I was like, this is something I could get used to. So yeah, it's definitely some more quality time with the family.
Do you think maybe that might be get more quality friends for your kids?
Well, maybe I should actually maintain the kind of distance that I have from the kids because they're just happy to see me, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Random one. I think ages ago on one of the episodes I mentioned about starting judo up as part of the openings, thing. And, I actually went for my first couple of sessions about 3 weeks ago. Flipping loved it. I've fallen in love with it. So this coming year, I'm going to take a deep dive into that space and probably end up with arthritis in my hands. So it'll totally stuff up my painting option. But yeah, looking forward to that.
You'll have one good leg to work with.
That's right. One leg to stand on.
I have never known that you were interested in the pugilistic arts at all, Luke. You've never played a monk or talked about all the martial things that you've done.
Well, you know, I like to keep a bit of mystery around the table.
Lindsay.
So family wise, I'm actually got a new kid coming in the new year.
Congratulations.
From what country?
It's a real Angelina Brad Pitt thing.
We're not all Britain. Don't just take countries.
All right, fair enough.
So yeah, my whole thing is I had a lot of having the first one in COVID. Didn't handle that all too well. So I'm hoping to handle this one a little bit better now. I'm a bit more experienced and, a bit more relaxed after starting this podcast and joining the gaming table. So hopefully going to go into this new one a bit less stressed.
That's right. Because I remember there was a moment when we were talking about how you were not able to necessarily socialize your child as well because of the lockdowns.
Yeah,
and stuff,
there's
right?
literally, as soon as she got past the 6 weeks and had her vaccinations, we went into lockdown. So we didn't see anyone for like 6 months.
Gosh,
So
Sounds great.
They don't remember that.
no.
that's the dream.
The first 6 months, the kids are like, what happened?
I mean, for us though, it was freaking awful. Like, I remember texting my parents going, "What does this mean?" Like,
Partly it's because you couldn't handle your child and kept dropping her.
yeah. Is her head meant to be this shape?
Where you go?
As for gaming wise, I would like to be better at diplomacy based skills because I know that's a dice roll, but I hate doing it that way. So I want to be.
I hear you.
I want to be better at talking as a human being. I know that's not my strong suit, but be able to play a character that is slightly intelligent or slightly charming and be able to fake it.
I must admit, in all the years that I've been playing this, and when I say all the years, I mean the last 4, 5.
I don't remember that back that far.
No, okay, fair enough. I've just relied heavily on Brett to do all the diplomacy and the characters.
Yep.
I could tell you all the characters that he's had, and we've all around the table just relied on him to do the talking.
I usually work on anti-diplomacy. That's my strategy with that. I take a book out of Trump, like
You just
a
talk to
leaf out of
antis.
his book. Yeah.
And then for gaming, I'm going the same as you. That was gaming. For random, I'll go the same as you. And I want to try and have less minis in my pile of shame than I started the year with.
Nice.
I gave up on that a long, long, long time ago. My pile of shame will forever grow. I'm going to keep buying them. I'm never going to paint them.
Never.
It's
So
a retirement thing, right?
I often wonder, Henry Cavill is
Yeah.
massively into 40K.
Yeah.
I wonder how big his pile of shame is. I mean, as a fellow Englishman, Henry, can you just do like a post or something like that to show us your pile of plastic shame?
and the thing is, he can actually afford Games Workshop.
I know, right? Yeah, that's the thing.
like, not many people earn enough to be able to buy Games Workshop products.
Did you see that there was a meme on about Henry Cavill having? Did one of you guys post it?
Yeah,
No,
that he was earning $1 million for each
per
Witcher episode.
Now you can afford Games Workshop. Yeah, harsh. I love you, Games Workshop.
He may be able to afford for someone to paint them for him.
True.
Or,
Well-
what are you doing when you're in a makeup chair? Paint.
Nice.
Like,
Be painted and paint at the same
when
time.
Someone's spraying on your Superman symbol on your chest. Someone's etching out your mustache. Paint him in. He's got time. He's got a trailer,
It's true.
There's-
I reckon.
He has very famously gone on to a talk show and talked about the two facets of wargaming, the painting side of, and then the playing side of things. So he, I'd like to think that deep down he has a Superman dungeon that he,
Fortress of Solitude.
I don't know that Henry Cavill needs to be, anyway.
Yeah.
Move on from our fan love of Henry Cavill. What about you, Brett?
Recently, we've been spending a lot more time, family have been spending more time on the weekends going for bike rides down to the beach,
Nice.
going to markets, doing that kind of stuff. And it's been really quite lovely. And I'd love to do more of that. Not a lot of that, but more of that. It's been nice spending time with the kids, having a, potato on a stick thing, the tornado potato thing of a morning.
The tornado potato.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
I love it.
Yeah.
Is that the one that are like
The
spiral down
spiral,
the
yeah,
skewer?
the spiral
Yeah,
fried
the kids
potato.
love them, and then they can both eat about a third of each, and I get the rest. It's great.
Before they've
You
stuck
just
the skewer in their mouth.
carbonating before you go on the bike ride.
Right, this is like at 5 o'clock. No, see what happens is the kids go off. My eldest goes out the front. I go and make sure he's all right. Then I've got to ride back to make sure my youngest is all right.
So you're doing
then I've
double
got to
distance.
ride back, and then and my wife's in the middle. And then
Oh.
what's happening now is the kids are faster than Dimity, so we're all looping back to Dimity. So we do maybe 10K and she does something like that.
Can I just say, I'm calling bullshit on this.
You're
You don't look like you ride more than your kids do.
I follow it up with 3 tornadoes. Yeah.
The book's balanced.
Yeah.
And a coffee and a donut and a brownie.
I've heard
the
you
markets are really the important thing for me. I
I've
think.
heard you wheeze up a flight of stairs.
That's me deflating.
I want to see. Why don't you?
In downwind.
Oh no, you don't ever want to be downwind.
Why don't you and Dimity go tandem?
It's like the
personal
goodies.
question.
It's like
isn't it?
Bill and the goodies at the
Yeah,
back
the
doing
goodies.
nothing. That's Dimity and me. Yeah. Nah. Last time we went, she found a friend. She always finds a friend, someone she knew, and she stayed while I had the 2 kids waiting for her for our, cookies and brownies and stuff for an hour and a half while she chatted to someone. I was like, well, was that a good bike ride, Dimity? Was that fun? Was that fun for you, riding your bike, getting your sweat up?
Do you think that was prearranged?
No, it wasn't. Anyway, I'd like to do more of that. Actually, it's quite lovely going out in the mornings. I'm not a morning guy, but I have enjoyed the mornings at the beach, at the park.
Gross.
It's been pretty cool. Gaming. I think I'd like to take what I do in the gaming world into my real life. Quite
Go
often,
on, smash some orcs.
Throw some bombs.
Slay some people.
there is a bit
Molotov
of that.
cocktails.
Hurt your friends.
Well, like often we use gaming as an escape, right? We come here and we do the things we wish we could do in real life.
Yep.
I'm
Like
going to
cast
just do the
spells.
freaking things in real life. So when, if I want to talk in a French accent, I'm going to talk in a French accent, and I don't care. I'm not going to care what people think of me anymore. I think I'd like, sometimes I can be an ass, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes, I might drop a bomb on someone and walk away and whatever. I think I can take some of that into my real life and just not care so much about what people think of me or what the preconceptions of how I need to act in that space and time. I think I'm just going to be a little bit more
Socially
me.
awkward.
That's an admirable. I think as we get older and we don't have to impress people, that becomes more and more.
Well,
we don't give a shit.
But give a shit did break. Yes.
Yeah.
It did, yes, absolutely. And then the other thing I think I'd want to do is in the last 2 years with COVID, I have absolutely increased my gains and I've got swole, but in all the wrong places.
I'm swole in the middle. I believe they call that getting thick.
Is it? All right. That's down below.
Yeah.
I think it's time to do some cardio and maybe lift some things. I tried to do this last year. I filled a milk bottle, 2-litre milk bottle that I handle up and on it, and I was going to just lift it a couple of times downstairs. I didn't pick it up once, even to throw it in the bin. It's still there.
Have you ever thought about
think it's
maybe
in-
filling it with
whiskey.
with like whiskey?
Oh.
That way, at least once you'll
I will
lift it up
pick
and
that
it's
up. Yeah, yeah.
it's got 2 liters.
No,
in
I
it.
think, I'm going to look at getting it in a bit better shape. I think I'm getting to an age now where I need to start taking a bit better care of myself. But with one proviso, I think I'm going to start a new trend, and that's being an anti-vegan. Just meat, just the meats. Just the
I thought you
proteins.
meant as in like, rally against vegans.
No, I don't mind.
Right,
If vegans want to be vegans,
So
be
you
vegans.
combine two of those things about your characters in real life is like throwing bombs at vegans. I mean, you'd be...
That's good.
So I'm
How
pretty,
dare you?
I'm
Meat bombs.
pretty sure anti-vegan is keto.
smacking patties right in the face.
It is. It could be keto.
I'm pretty sure that's keto. It's all
Right.
fat products and meat.
So I would like to pee with an asparagus smell every morning.
I would like my cholesterol levels to rocket.
Also, there is a weighted PlayStation controller, which I think could be good for you because then if you make it heavy enough as well, your
called a
kids
shake
can't
weight?
pick it up.
Brett's got 2 shake weights.
I can shake it. I can't stop the shake.
He's like on one of those jiggle machines for the next 10 minutes.
Take
It's like perpetual motion.
The
You just
force
can't
feedback
stop.
on this controller is fantastic. It's like I'm driving a car the whole time. Yeah, cool. Great.
I'd like to go back and change mine. Like you did say something family, and I was pretty flippant. I do have something. I'd like to remember all of my children's names when I call them and not have to cycle through pets' names
Yeah.
to get them.
I hear you.
Yeah. I'd like to be able to know you're my child. I named you. I can call your name first time. Never happens.
If you hadn't abandoned 2 of them, it might be easier.
Yeah. Well, they deserved it. If they were better,
That's a good point,
Right,
Lindsay. You
yeah.
got this to look forward to.
Yeah.
Oh, I still get the Lorelei and the cat's name, Luna, because they're both at L's. It's like, oh, shit.
yeah, yeah.
Sad but true. We all go there.
Sometimes I get my kids' names and expletives mixed up.
Yeah.
Oi, fuckface. I mean,
I'd never say that to my child.
all right. Thank you. That was lovely. Let's hold to our New Year's resolutions. Woo. We open looking into a room. There are 6 beds, cots really, lined up against the wall. Tight-fitted sheets and a single pillow placed precisely on the beds, and a small but sturdy lockbox at the foot of each. Late afternoon sun streams in from 4 windows above the western 3 beds. You would expect that this sun would pick up dust in the air, give off a muted autumnal feel, but here in this room no dust exists. The room smells of sweat and leather polish and hard work, but also of a crisp cleanliness born of detergent and bleach. There was no floral perfume or scented candles in this room, to utilitarian purpose requiring none of those fineries. In fact, there were no fineries in this room whatsoever. Every item having its purpose, no sentimentality or hospitality, impeccably clean and ordered, everything in its place. It's quiet in this room, quieter than expected with 2 inhabitants, but each were new here and keeping to themselves, going about their business with an apparent stoicism and reservation that tried to mask their excitement and energy. But the curl of a smile or the gasp of breath gave their true feelings away. It is day 1, and they are both eager to make a good impression. On the lockbox at the foot of the 2 beds were large wrapped packages with a brass badge pinned carefully atop them. Squib 1, Voley, and Squib 2, Wideman, they said. Squibs were what new recruits were commonly called in the watch until they passed probation. They were sometimes referred to by their first name, but never the second. It was more important for the Squibs to get to know each other without rank, title, or family influence getting in the way. Each squad put together with complementary skills, and they needed for a bond greater than family or friend to gel effectively. While it was common for some hazing and pranks to happen between squad mates, the fundamental purpose of probation was to build them as a team who would have each other's back and have their trust and respect. The other 4 beds seemed to have had their packages emptied and placed in a trunk, each of the wrappings around the packages folded and placed neatly in the bin. Even in the waste, there is order in this room. Next to each of the 2 remaining packages sits a person. One, a dwarf, stoic but affable, excitedly but systemically checking through the gear and laying it out. The other, a half-orc, similarly excited, but not so contained, but rather overbubbling gasps of excitement and joy as each new piece of kit is brought forth from the package. In fact, the half-orc is so excited and preoccupied, he doesn't really notice or pay heed to the dwarf. Inside the packages is a watchman's uniform, cap, jacket, leather armor, shirt, belt, trousers, socks. There is also a deluxe dungeoneering kit, and for each a weapon that seems to be specifically fit for that character. The dwarf finishes unpacking and taking stock of the contents of his package. There we go. And he seems to take notice of his compatriot in the room.
Oi, Weidman, what you get?
This is going to be so excited. I'm finally here. Can you believe they are going to pay us 5 gold pieces a week? That is more money. Anybody that does not like the 5 gold pieces a week is a fuckwit, right?
I know, my ma is going to be so pleased with the amount of money I got.
Oh my God. I'm going to... What are you more excited about? Here, can you help me with this badge? I want to pin it on my chest immediately.
Sure. Volley kind of fumbles the badge and probably is a bit too eager and probably stabs you at least once.
That got me into a special place, but I liked it.
So what'd you get weapon-wise? I got some awesome daggers.
But I'm just going to have this club. Just a club. What do you mean? We could have gotten any... I just thought a club would be nice.
Sure.
Why would you need daggers? We're not going to get killed. We're not killing people, right?
No, but, what's just... And he does a cool flourish with blades and then throws one, hitting the bedpost.
Oh, no. Yeah, you would see Viner walk over to the bedpost, pull the knife out, put his thumb into his mouth, lick it a little bit and trying to brush over. Please do not damage things. We must uphold the laws in all places and all times. We are watchmen. Yes, what was your name?
Volley.
Viner.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm very happy to be here. Now, where do you come from?
Just around.
Around. I've traveled a long way to be here in Absalom. I'm very happy. I've never been here before. I've come from Skelt. That is where my family come from.
I've never been there either. I'm actually a local.
Oh, so you know all the good places.
And some of the bad ones.
Oh, and do you know any other people who will be here today?
No.
And we'll pan away from that scene as Volley and Weidman start to get to know each other. A meet cute, if you will. 2 lovers.
I'm so excited. It's going to be so excellent.
As we work through that, I've prepared some maps for you guys.
Maps?
Handouts, yes. Never before seen at the table. Handouts.
Maps?
I didn't think that was possible. We were told that wasn't possible.
Not possible. Impossible, you say. I step to impossible, embrace it. Anyone want to describe the maps? There's a level 1 and a level 2.
I've got some problems here. I don't know which way north is. There's no legend.
Let me explain maps to you that I will provide.
How does that work when there's no facing for character anyway? Right?
See how it says L1 and L2 on your maps?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever is up the top of that page is always going to be north.
I'd just like to flip my map over.
There you go.
Ah, yes, I see. It's not,
it's not 17.
It's not I7.
Nice. These are nice maps, Brett.
We would publish them, but I ripped them off the internet. I don't know if we can. Anyone want to describe what they see? And I might be able to give you a bit more information as we go.
If you describe now, because it might be on copyright infringement.
So we see some sort of fortress or keep, I would say.
Would you think maybe this is the barracks?
I would say so, yes.
All the beds at the top level.
Yep.
Nice.
What do you think L1 might stand for?
Level 1.
Oh, there we go. Well done, Justin. Gold
Loser
star.
1.
Would you like me to describe the rooms as they go around?
Well, can I ask this? Is this so it seems to be that there is that it looks like a castle with an open courtyard in the middle, and the open courtyard looks like it's got some stables. There's a whole heap of rooms down in the bottom left that seem to be barracks.
Yeah, so there's beds down the bottom. That's where we find Viner and Volley. There's you'll see 6 beds in the bottom down there.
Okay.
That is the Squibb's quarters.
Okay.
These floors don't seem to structurally match up, right?
Each room's decorated differently.
Okay, cool.
I'll explain level 2 because there's an overhang over the courtyard so that
gotcha.
the officers can see. As you go to the north, what's that side?
Clockwise?
The right?
East.
The next room over is it's a room that looks like it was for an officer, but it's been recommissioned into a repairs room. It's got ironing equipment, it's got cleaning equipment. You can fix leather stuff in there. Right next to that is to the south is the gatehouse. So you enter from the south. If you go to the room on the bottom right-hand corner,
Mhm.
that's a recreation room.
Okay.
Above that is the mess, and then above that is a prayer room, and off to that is a grand hall. Just to the west of that is the grand hall.
Mhm.
Again, further up, the room on the northeast is a study, and then a kitchen, and then the officers' lounge, baths, latrines, a storeroom, and then as you come down south around the circle, as we went anti-clockwise, there's some more squibs quarters separated by the walkway into the courtyard, so you can enter the courtyard through there. Those squib quarters have been broken up and they're currently not occupied. And then down in the bottom right-hand corner is a kind of squibs hanging out room.
Can I just ask this question? It seems like there are two sets of stairs going upwards. Oh,
There
sorry. No,
are.
there's actually, no, I misspoke. There's actually quite a lot, but there's one major spiral staircase.
They look like staircases, but they're cupboards.
Oh, okay. So there's only one spiral staircase that goes upwards in the north and northeast corner.
Yes, there is a spiral staircase that actually goes down. That goes down to a wine cellar.
Okay. Oh,
Yep. It's a not often used wine cellar, and we will never go there because
it's unusual for an army barracks or a police barracks to have a wine cellar.
well, it has a wine cellar because then as you lift up to level 2, this is where the officers live.
Oh.
So you'll see outside of the grand hall there are some stairs that go up.
Yep.
And they will go up into a room that kind of overhangs a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't match up quite well, Luke, because I was pulling shit off the internet. So
Still looks great.
right, it gives you a sense of where you are without having to complain to Justin that you can't hit the giant in the room.
It's a straight 10
Still
foot
too soon,
wide
still too
fucking
soon.
corridor. It's one long 10 foot wide corridor with doors that come off it.
So effectively, the courtyard that you can see down into that courtyard from above. So you see the open area there.
Yep.
That's what you can see down. So the officers have a walkway around the edge of that corridor, the courtyard, to see down into. As you walk up those stairs, you go into a captain's quarters. To the south of that is the officers' mess. Off to the east of that is a whole heap of officers' quarters. They have their own private rooms. There are even some family rooms in there for officers that have families. And then as you go clockwise, there's a reddish kind of more ornate room. That is the commissioner's quarters. Next to that is two other rooms. They're all his quarters. So he's got quite an ornate and luxurious setup in there. A room to hold meetings with, a room as a study, and then a room to live in. All makes sense. And I saw you all take notes about all of that. I'll never have to repeat it. Right. Volley and Weidman, can you roll me a wisdom check, please? As before we leave you.
Hang on, that was Volley and
Weidman.
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 I thought it was Weidman.
I thought it was Viner.
It's Viner.
Viner, sorry.
It is
I've got-
Viner, right.
It's Viner. Brett keeps fucking up my character's name.
Yep. Cool.
7. By the way, this is meant to be Scottish, but I really suck at a Scottish accent.
Oh, no, I want to hear a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
Get in my belly.
That's better.
I was going to say, you nailed the Irish one.
Okay. Good.
We all know how good you are with accents.
I know, right?
His English accent's superb.
Yes, yeah.
Superb.
I never come out of character.
I did have one person that I knew go, man, that guy does a really good English accent. I'm like, that's because he's English.
All right. First character roll for me. Here it is. That was a natural 20.
Was it?
New
That
Year's
was a
resolution is
natural
coming true.
20.
Why are
Wait
you
a
still
sec,
doing it
wait
behind
a
the
sec.
screen, Justin?
Luke's looking at me like it's
what?
weird.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
But I rolled a fucking 20. So my will check would be 23.
Put a 20 on a save.
I don't know if it was a
automatically
save or
pass?
not. You just
Yeah.
said a will check.
Luke makes a good point. Why have you got a DM screen up around here?
I can bring a DM screen. That's cool. I'm happy to do all my roles behind a DM screen.
Oh, you guys made me put the DM screen up because I talk so loud. We could pick
It
my
is true.
thing up. So the DM screen actually shields my voice from your microphones.
Cool.
It's true.
Volley, is this where the hat? Please tell me I look good, right? Could you draw a picture so I could send it to my mother?
Oh, fuck off
You
with the
look
20s.
amazing. I mean, if I swung that way, Oh,
This is going to be a very exciting day.
What you do recognise or realise as you're unpacking that you don't have shoes in your kit.
Oh, why have you got shoes on?
because I got shoes in my kit.
I don't have the same shoes that you do.
No, you don't have shoes in your kit. Neither of you have
It
shoes
says
in your
right
kit.
there, socks and boots.
It might be on your character sheet, but it's not in your provisions that you've been given at the foot of your bed.
Perhaps I get this volley. Perhaps we are supposed to learn the streets through the fields of the soles of our feet. We can get a real sense of Absalom. It would be wonderful.
And as you two are talking bullshit in your room, we're going to cut to the rec room where there are 4 men sitting around playing poker, a half-empty bottle of spirits in the middle of the table and an empty one on the floor. This room is more comfortable. A table and chairs providing a place to meet and carouse, a small box of breads and cheeses to snack on, and a wash bucket with empty cups and dishes near the corner. Conspicuously, there is a tapped keg in the corner of the room with a sign on it. Rec room rule number 1, don't let the keg run dry. The late afternoon sun drifted through the windows, lighting up the glasses and bottles on the table. Pegs for jackets were along one wall, and a small weapons rack near the door held the coats and arms of the 4 men playing poker in the room. "Come on, chaps," said a well-dressed man. "I just need one good hand and I'll be back on top and be able to give you back what I owe, Gerald. Never worry, what? It's a lot of noise, a lot of rhubarb for 4 guys. "Now ain't you worry, Antonio," replied a leather-faced adventurer. "Your nobles know you are always good for the coin. If word got out you couldn't pay your bills, all your staff would leave. And then who would watch your ass for you?"
Please tell me that guy's the rogue trainer and he's very, very sneaky.
All 3 of the men in the room laugh at the joke, but the well-dressed 4th did his best to fake joining in. "Yes, Gerald, very funny. What? Quite the jape and all. Heavens forbid the great house of Orlovsky should run short of a coin or 2, who should just raise taxes and make up for the shortfall, or cut 1 or 2 of the military forces to claw back some cash," he says, looking directly at the man in uniform. "Do you leave Dunbar alone, Antonio? Do you know he's on a commissioned officer's wages and he can barely afford the buy-in, let alone the bodily drinks at our weekly appointment? He doesn't have jaw radical on taxes or Wingnuts income from the artifacts he finds. I've often offered him a high-paying job at the Black Cross, but he's too stubborn to accept, something about nonsense or duty or some stupidity. Now, we're going to play or we're going to natter like old women? Luke, would you care to describe Dunbar for us?"
You want to describe him, like just physically, or like,
Yeah, let's know
Oh, he's
a little bit about him.
So Dunbar is a rather portly-looking, ruddy-faced dwarf, nice big grey bushy beard, the usual sort of trappings that you might imagine with a dwarf, I suppose, in his watchman's uniform. Looking very at ease in the room with the gentleman there, drinking away and enjoying the festivity with the cards. Doesn't look at all phased by what's going on around the table.
That's good. Just going to pass you
Ooh,
a little note.
Getting love notes.
This is for Luke. It'll tell him about his squibs because he is the sergeant of these new recruits and he will need to know about it. Now, Luke, that's for you to know and everyone else to find out, I guess.
Right.
But that will give you a sense of who is in your care right now. Luke, Dunbar.
Wait, he's... Okay, you don't have to mouth the words as you're reading them, Luke.
Yeah, look, this looks awfully like rules, and you know I don't fucking read rules, right?
Yeah, he's going to read them and forget
All right,
them
fair
2
enough, fair
seconds
enough.
later.
Well, that's why I gave it to him in a printout so that
Yeah.
he can always
in a
refer to
totally
them.
easy readable fonts, right? Fuck me.
That is the note from the commissioner
Oh, that's an
telling you
actual
about
legit.
your...
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
I don't
Got you now.
know.
Yeah, cool.
You know,
Commissioner's got very good
Good
handwriting.
work. Thank you.
The commissioner's secretary? I don't know.
PA.
Yeah. Now, Luke, Dunbar is most of the way through his second bottle at the table.
Easy.
And the other players know that this is always your downfall. So this early on, I'm going to distribute to you a boon. You get a little bit of bonus right now,
Oh,
a
well.
blessing, if you will. Your character is in the first stage of the drunken condition.
Is that why he's got a boner?
Here is the rules on inebriation.
Oh, fucking
hell! I mean, you wanted rules, you get rules.
A4 fucking
Oh, wow.
page of bloody
What is that?
inebriation.
It looks
okay.
like 2-point font too.
What is the
Fucking-
first stage of inebriation?
Stage 1. After a failed fort save at the DC of the beverage being consumed, the character gets a +2 morale bonus to physical stats for 1d4 hours.
Not bad.
Additional alcoholic intake within this time requires fortitude saves at a -2 morale penalty to avoid going to stage 2.
Oh, drunken master.
The temporary constitution bonus to fort save does not apply to drinking fort saves. Fuck. That would be great, right?
It would be
the more
good.
drunk
Yeah,
you get,
the more you can handle.
yeah, yeah.
So you're in stage 1 of inebriation.
I'm in stage 1.
You are in stage 1. You have a boon. It could turn into not so boony.
Mm-hmm.
Luke, can you make me an intelligence check, please?
Sure. That doesn't have the boon, right?
Oh, you are in stage 1. Take all of the stage 1.
14.
14.
Total of 14, yep. So, yep, 14.
Right. You continue to play poker.
Excellent.
It's late afternoon. You're in your cups. 1, 2, 3 more hands get played. You are evening out the score.
Okay,
no
cool.
one's winning. No one's
Cool.
losing. You might want to make one of your fortitude saves for inebriation there, my friend.
With a -2, 18.
You are fine,
Cool.
I believe.
I can handle me liquor.
Give me one more intelligence check while you're there, my friend.
It's not my strong suit.
I-
However,
However,
22.
22
Oh,
is
nice.
enough to recall that
Well
you were
done.
given a note from the commissioner earlier in that day
Oh my-
before your
just-
poker appointment.
I've just realised why Brett's
another
brought a briefcase.
Fantastically legible.
You want to read it out loud?
Sergeant Brass Twister, have your squibs assembled for muster at 1700 hours. You're going to tell me it's past that in a second, I know. In the main courtyard. The commissioner himself is interested in meeting this group, and with the rest of the officers on training just outside Absalom in the western hold. His full attention will be on what this young squad is doing. While we can call the force back in half a day, we are relying on you and your squad to be the first responders to any situation that may arise in the next 3 days. Be sure to have them fit for presentation. The commissioner, I'm already thinking of shoes. Here we fucking go. The commissioner is keeping a very close eye on you after your drunk and disorderly conduct the other day. Fantastic. Thank you.
That was
Thank you.
a real indictment there, hearing you read that on the English education system.
English is your natural language, right? It's your
No.
I don't think Luke chooses not to read rules. I don't think he knows how.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I chose an immersive font.
There is probably. Do you reckon the rule book is an audio book form? Yeah.
Oh, what
That'll
an
just put me
audio
to sleep.
book.
That'll just put me to sleep. I've tried audio.
Can you imagine trying to file through to listen to find a rule? I need to go to 1 minute and 40
Spells.
56 minutes and 74.
Verbal, somatic.
Oh. VSM.
Sergeant Brass Twister.
What a name.
As you look out the window, you realise it's coming up very quickly on 5 o'clock and you don't know where your squibs are. You have a map.
Oh, fuck it.
Where my squibs at?
What do you do?
So I've just realised what the time is.
Yeah,
Am I close to? Have I got a good hand? This is the thing. Have I got a good hand in this particular game?
Percentile.
I mean, I'm just like I'm weighing up the odds here. Is that how much money is on the table right now?
Roll me a D20 and add your gambling profession check to it.
So would that be an intelligence one or?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. I'll give you wisdom.
All right, 12.
You've got a 12 kind of hand.
What?
How did you get 12 cards?
Your hand's middling. You
This is
kind
the
of,
thing. They fall out of my sleeve.
Look.
The extra cards fall out of my sleeve. At which point I say, "Oh, jolly good chaps. I've just remembered I've got to be somewhere." And I up from the table and I am out the door.
just you go find out what is going. You go do what you got to do. We will figure it out. We have some money to settle over here.
Yeah, and as I'm going out the door, cards are slowly falling out of my sleeves.
Great. So not only drunk and disorderly, but a cheat at the same time.
Can I just point out this is the first time at any table Luke's used an accent, and it's a different form of British.
Yes, he's just gone more Raj.
Stay on my strengths instead of pretending to do Irish or Scottish. Let's go.
Dunbar, where are you going?
So I'm going to head
Lucky
to...
I described the map to you. Know
yeah,
exactly
so I'm
how to
gonna-
get to
I'm
your
gonna
squibs
head
really
straight
quickly.
out of where I am, which
Yep.
is the
Door to the
rec
north.
room. The rec
Yep.
room, right?
Yep.
The officer's rec room, yep.
Yep.
And I'm going to head straight to the barracks.
How are you going to do that?
I'm going to go straight there.
He's going to walk.
Well played, Luke.
I'm drunk. I don't know. I'm going to wander around knocking on doors. There'll be a scene where I go into a toilet. There's a woman in there, screams. I come out, and then, yeah.
There is one door to the north in this room,
Well, then obviously that's the one I'll take, right?
and that takes you to the mess. And in the mess, there's another door to the north and one to the west.
Which one leads to the
The
barracks?
western one is likely, because you've been around this place and you're not that drunk, will take you to the courtyard if that's where you want to go. The squibs' quarters are down the bottom to the south, and you have to muster them into the courtyard.
So they don't know that they're going to need to
So-
be mustered. So I got to go and muster them. Hey,
In all these descriptions, where are the toilets?
Up the top in the north, next to the kitchen, you go move
So
along. There's latrines. I said latrine.
You
There's,
can see him. There's like 2 tubs and a row of
yeah,
toilets.
yeah. Okay, fair enough.
so you're heading
Moaning
to the
Myrtle.
courtyard.
So I just pause for a second.
Yep.
I reach into my pocket, pull out a Murray mint, and put it in my mouth. Freshen my breath up.
freshen it up. Nice.
Come on, brass bar, you've got this.
Fine. I can think where our shoes are. I maybe it's some sort of idiot, hazing because we knew.
I do believe this is what the watch wants us to do. This is perfect. We can walk around. We shall have a good connection to the land of Absalom. How about perhaps you could measure my salute? I'm going to salute for you right now. Tell me if you think that this is too formal. I have a couple of different versions of a salute that I would like to try.
I didn't can, I'm pretty sure this is some sort of prank. I think we're meant to have shoes.
Look,
Dunbar, as these two are jerking each other off in the squibs' quarters,
I'm just looking at my squad.
you head through the courtyard
Sure.
and you see 4 of your squad already mustered ready for parade.
So yeah, okay, I can probably guess who they are.
Do you want to describe who you see in the courtyard?
So as I walk into the courtyard, I see first of all. Do you want me to read their names off and
You,
just?
you know who they are?
Yep.
You
Okay.
can-
So I
yep.
see I see 4 of my 6
Squibs.
squibs. Yep. So Logan. So he's human. There's another one called Christoph, another human. A third human called Juan, and
Juan Iglesias.
and a sea elf called
Ooh.
Tanila.
Okay.
I never got a name right. Squib. Blasted elf. Okay.
4 of them.
4. Yes.
Yep.
So 2 not there.
Yep. And you can see the commissioner up on the top balcony
No. So can I just?
getting ready to come on down.
Did the 4 look like they are fully attired? Everything's all good, shoes and everything, right?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, that's a 25.
They look all impeccably
They look
presented. They do. They look like they've done this before. They know exactly what's going on.
Okay. So I will stroll up to the 4, looking like nothing's out of, I don't want to look in any way give away that I'm worried where 2 of them are. I walk up to Christoph. Is that Christoph? It is Christoph, yeah? Yeah, Christoph. Christoph, where are the other 2 squibs?
Sir, we have never seen the Squibs before. We got ready early and came out here because we knew there was a muster on the first day. That's what we were doing. We're here ready for presentation.
I turn to Tanila. Elfie, go get the other 2 squibs. Double time.
Moi?
Yes. Head off.
Je ne sais quoi. Pardonnez-moi?
oh, she only speaks Elvish.
Hang
Oh,
on.
look, just the bitterness in his face when you've mentioned French accents.
Oh, no. I'll repeat the instruction in Orc, Goblin,
Que?
and Common.
Ça va. Pardonnez-moi. Excusez-moi. And she runs off.
Cool.
Obviously, she can understand you. She just doesn't, like a
Like an
elfin person would, doesn't want to speak your
dancing
language.
around.
It's always
dancing
good.
around racial stereotypes. I love it. Nothing,
It's
nothing
always
changes.
good to send the messenger who refuses to speak in a language people know.
I just want to make it difficult for Brett when he plays his character coming to you two.
And so we'll cut to the Squibs' quarters where Volley and Vina are sitting there.
And then there is this one. With this, I have a flurry at the end. I think it would. Oh, hello.
Come.
What is your name? I'm pleased to meet you.
Come.
I salute and I say,
No. Come. Pardonnez-moi.
I think this lassie wants us to go with her.
Oh, okay.
She's got shoes on. What
Let's
the fuck are her
Attendez,
shoes?
Come.
Okay, it's time for us to go.
I guess so.
Come, Volley.
Wait. Come. And she runs off.
Okay, I follow. Oh, this is going to be so exciting. I'm very excited by this.
I don't know, sir. I think we meant to have shoes, but let's go.
So you don't have shoes, you got everything else, you're packed,
Yes,
you got all your
I
stuff.
put everything on.
So you head around in a clockwise direction from the Squibs quarters up through the north to the corridor, and there in front of you are 4 of your fellow Squibs dressed fully in uniform. Tania goes and lines up exactly where she was and presents herself, stands at attention. You hear the formal clomping of a commissioner's shoes coming down the stairs from upstairs.
Volley, I think we're in trouble.
Dunbar quickly checks his breath to make sure the mint and chucks another mint in.
Right.
Crunches down real quick.
Yep. What do you guys do? You line up? You
Yeah,
just
I would
hide?
line
What
up.
do you?
Yeah, I definitely line up straight, stand up as like full attention, shit-eating grin on my face because I'm so excited to be here.
So Viner and Dunbar line up and the commissioner walks down. Clomp,
Hello, pleased to meet you.
clomp, clomp, clomp. And down comes the commissioner to the front. Yes. Squibs. Welcome to the watch and your probation. It is my honor to welcome you on your first day. As you know, we uphold the highest rigors and standards in the watch. We will be presentable and uphold all of the attention that people would expect of us as respected watch officers. I trust you all to do your best under Sergeant Brass Twister. Sergeant, well done getting them here just on time. Are they ready for presentation?
Okay. Can I bluff?
You can. You absolutely can. How would you like to handle this situation,
Fucking
Sergeant?
hell. Do I see that they haven't got their shoes?
Well, you might want to make a perception check
let's do
to
a
check on
perception
that.
check, shall I? So that's a 20.
You do. Two barefooted, impeccably dressed in their socks. Socks? Did you put your socks on, boys?
We had no socks.
I had
There were no
socks.
socks or boots.
There were socks.
Oh, I probably
no shoes.
I probably
I
wouldn't
probably
have put
wouldn't
socks
have
on.
ruined your
Yeah, I would have
socks?
held I'd have
Great.
socks in my
Socks.
pocket.
I believe this is called going the halfling.
And so
Halflings don't wear shoes.
describe the rest of what we would see as the...
So Volley is another dwarf. He has not quite as stocky as most dwarves. He's a bit slender. No beard as such, but he has big mutton chops that go into the handlebar mustache that then goes around. But actual chin, clean shaven. It's a ruddy brown color.
Right. Good. And daggers at his belt, you see.
Yes, daggers.
Daggers.
Is that culturally an
Well, actually,
unusual thing for dwarves, having no beard?
You probably wouldn't see the daggers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Just socks.
Yeah.
And Viner?
Viner would probably, he would be of about 18 years old, half orc. He'd have a protruding jaw. It's very hard for him to hide his half orc features, even though the way he approaches life is that he believes himself to be a human. So he has this big protruding jaw with tusks that come from his lower mouth over his top lip. He has his hair slicked down like on the first day of school. Everything about him looks shiny and eager to please. His watch uniform that hastily donned is, even now he's pulling it so to make sure it's
hastily
straight.
donned. Take a -2D arm class.
What? But he's pulling it straight and he's trying to make himself look, and he's standing straight at attention. Like he is looking straight forward as you would like a toy soldier.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Fully erect is fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
with a huge smile on his face.
In answer to your question, Luke, yes, it is a bit culturally weird to never trust a shaven dwarf is the thing. But I have the
saying.
mustache and the sideburns, but just nothing
they
on the
connected?
chin.
Excellent. This
Yeah.
is what we
Yeah.
want, is some animosity between our characters for a change, right?
For a change. So you notice all of that, Dunbar. You notice the 2 new squibs run out just at the last minute, socks in pocket, barefoot, everything else absolutely presentable. Viner with a huge grin on his face. Volley, kind of look are we seeing on your
He would
face?
be looking a bit nervous, but he would be, again, trying to be as, to attention by the book. He knows what he's meant to be doing, and he's sitting there trying to do the best job he can.
Both of you can make a perception. Oh, all three of you can make a perception check at this point. Dunbar, if you want to get in there.
So it begins.
Oh dear.
9.
9 for Viner.
Volley got 19.
Volley got 19.
13 for Dunbar.
And 13 for Dunbar. Volley notices Christoph cast a shit-eating grin sideways at Logan, who giggles a little bit and then looks forward. Juan, just behind them, kind of clocks it as well. Tania, not so much. They obviously know what's going on a little bit, and you might think that they had something to do with the predicament you're in.
Oh. So we see that? Who sees that?
Only Volley saw that.
All right.
Yes. Well, Christoph, yes, we've seen you before. Well done on coming back for another round of probation. Very lucky. Not often we get to see one, let alone three of you back for another round through probation. Yes, impeccable. Well done. Good brass pins there. Yes, Squib number 4. Well done. Yes, good. Well done. Oh, Logan, yes, I'd love to hear you play that song again that you played last time you were here. Okay, yes, good. Yeah, well, shiny shoes. Well done. And one. Good. Tanila, my darling, yes, well done. Good work. Thank you for that little touch of healing the other night. I was... anyway...
And then he pulls up short in front of...
That's what Tanila said.
pulls up short in front of Volley and Viner. And as he casts his gaze from the top of their head and their cap all the way down, he stops at their feet and then just turns and looks directly at Dunbar.
Sergeant,
Yes, Commissioner.
there appears to be something amiss.
Yes, the shoes, sir. That's, don't worry, sir, that's all in hand. That is a punishment, if you like, for tardiness.
Punishment.
Punishment, yes.
Nice.
Give me a bluff check on that.
Well played.
Fuck. Yoi.
If I hang my head and look ashamed, can I aid?
With a -1.
Yeah. yeah.
Got an 18.
Oh, well done, well
Whoa.
done. He looks at you and kind of nods as if,
Yes. Yeah, squibs will be squibs, and pranks will be played, and some will be laid. These two have not been through the ranks before, as has Tanilla, so you might need to take a little bit of extra care with them. I see you've been quite attentive with these ones.
Yes, Commissioner.
Having said that, shall I suggest that you put more punishment than just taking their damned shoes away? When the commissioner comes out and expects people to be presented, he expects them fully refined, and you shall not take that upon yourself to present to me unclothed squibs. How very dare you?
Good day. No. Yes, Commissioner.
Would you like me to take this in hand, Dunbar, since though you cannot?
No.
These two squibs shall be given a punishment from the commissioner, and you shall ensure that it is seen out.
Jolly good, sir.
They shall clean the toilets. The latrines shall be cleaned tonight by 7 p.m. by these two. They can't figure out how to put shoes on their damned feet. They very well can clean where my feet will go when I take a shit.
What?
Good job, sir.
You're all dismissed. Well done. Thank you.
So there are toilets. We're about to find out.
Why does he put his feet in them?
Oh, that's how.
Is he a halfling?
That's how commissioners go to the toilet.
One
Wouldn't that be
foot at
great
a
if it was a
time.
halfling commissioner? That would have been amazing, right?
have you never seen a commissioned crap? And you're left, the 7 of you, in the courtyard as he slowly saunters up the stairs back to his quarters.
As soon as he walks out, you would see Viner put his hand up like he's asking a question in school, like, arm raised, like, me, pick me.
Logan turns around, high fives you, says, "Well done, Christoph. That was great."
Yeah, all right, you heard the man and you know the drill. Assholes and elbows. Christoph, come here. Come here.
Oh, yes, sir. What's going on? Yeah. Yes.
Was this you?
Was what me, sir?
The shoes.
I've got my shoes, sir.
No, you know what I'm talking about, Christoph.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Can I
sir.
intimidate him?
You can?
on a natural 1 with a -1.
Oh,
I'm scared.
This isn't the latrine, sir. So we don't know what. No, we got ready. We came out.
hearing that engagement and hearing Christoph say that he's, I don't know, can I make a sense motive check?
Yeah.
Even though my hand's raised and I'm eager to talk, my sense motive would be 20.
You get a sense that Christoph is hiding something, and by the giggles of Logan and Juan in behind him, looking at each other, like it's a little bit like in Harry Potter when Malfoy and the two Crab and Moyle behind him. It's a little bit that kind of scenario.
Okay.
Whatever your idiots have done with our shoes, you have 10 seconds to return them or I get a bit stabby. And I'm going to make a intimidation check.
I don't think that's you're not supposed to do that.
16
put the knife away.
intimidation check.
Please put the
You'll
knife
stand
away.
down, young man. You've got toilets to clean. Now off you go.
Sir,
Pardonnez-moi.
me, sir. Sir, me, sir.
Yes, Squib.
Sir, sir, we were not issued with boots.
We'll deal with the boot situation shortly. Right now, you've been tasked by the commissioner. Now, you better snap to it real quick.
I'm very
Come on,
sorry.
Viner, let's go.
I'm very sorry, sir, if our actions have made you any worse in the eyes of the commissioner. You are a very noble, sir.
I just
and
grab him.
salute.
I grab him by the ear and just kind of like start dragging him
I
off.
salute to you.
Pardonnez-moi, sir. Permission to be excused? Excusez-moi.
Yes, the rest of you are dismissed.
Au revoir.
As I leave, I yell out, "My boots better be on my bunk by the time I return."
I did not want to get him into trouble.
Christoph and Logan and Juan and Tanila all make their way out back to the barracks.
Viner, if you don't stop talking, you're going to be known as Whiner.
That's good because my nickname in high school was Vina. What's Dunbar's last name?
Brass twister.
Over to you guys. How you want to resolve getting the toilets cleaned in the next 2 hours?
Well, they're off doing that. I'm going to try and find out what the hell happened to their shoes.
How are you going to figure that one out with them?
Who do I want to talk to? Who I think is going to be mostly... Oh, I got to figure out with them.
Those 4 have left.
Oh, they've all gone.
These 2 are standing here looking at you expectantly.
No, they're going
Oh,
off
no,
to
I'm
the
going
toilets.
off. I'm going off to the
I've
toilet.
sent them off to
Okay.
go to the toilets.
All right.
They can
I'm-
sort the shoe thing out themselves.
Right.
That's not for me to worry about.
Okay.
I'm going east of the courtyard to the clean, and then south to the cleaning cupboard, getting the cleaning supplies, and then going back out through the mess, and then going north to the northeastern
Yeah, all right.
section
you listen,
where the
you listened
toilets
about
are.
the map. All right, we get
And
it. We get
I'm
it, right?
going to start scrubbing the toilets.
You paid attention at induction. You were there on
Orientation.
the tour. Yeah.
But you didn't have your shoes. That's all right.
All right.
I'm very sorry. I hope that I do not get him into trouble. I'm very upset. This is my first day.
Just fucking
I
do it.
I'm very, please, what are we going to do?
So do you guys go and clean the toilet?
Yes,
Is that-
I will clean the
Yeah.
toilets to the best of my ability.
All right.
Let's talk and more scrubbing.
And Dunbar, do you check in on them at all in the next couple of hours, or you just leave them to their...
Is he captain?
He's a sergeant.
Sergeant.
I'll go in. I will go and see about the shoes. All right, let's go to the quarters and see if I can put my drunken investigative skills to
All right, so you head down to the Squib quarters, and you only find Tania in the room. She is packing up her formal gear, getting ready for bed. The other 3 are not there.
Is there an awkward silence between us as I walk in?
No,
She's not like going around in a negligee or anything like that, right?
No, she's French.
She's nothing, man.
The commissioner's
It's just-
in the bed.
No, she looks at you like you're a piece of shit and then carries on about her business.
So I'm going to start looking around the room to see if I can find anything about the shoes. Just see if there's anything. Now I'll look through these two's
Foot lockers.
yeah,
and
and all
stuff.
that sort of stuff. And I'll look in, especially look in Christoph's and
Yep. You find one pair of shoes in the room and they're Tania's. She's just taken them off.
in Christoph's.
No, nothing in Christoph's bed
Nothing
or Foot
around,
Locker.
nothing at all. You don't even want me to roll a perception on this one. Thank you. Okay, that's how conclusive that is. Right.
Thank God, though, when he said you find Tanila's shoes, you go, I sniff them.
I drink from them.
Yeah, I'm taking these as evidence.
These are going straight to the commissioner.
So I'll Can I just spend a bit of time talking to Tanila? Like I don't have to talk to her. I mean, like, see if she has any more information.
I don't have to talk to her.
I mean,
Okay, Tanila, where are the other guys? Where have they gone? Where's Christoph? Where's Logan? And Juan.
Je ne sais pas.
Jolly good. Do I have any idea where they might be? Like a local bar or something like that? Or
They wouldn't have left the barrack.
oh, so they're around. I'll go looking for them.
Okay, where do you go?
I don't know. I wonder. I don't know where they are. So it doesn't even matter where I know where to go or not. I'll just wander.
Are you wandering on this level or upstairs?
Sure. I'll go to the recreation room.
Over the next 20 minutes.
What can you tell me about these boys before as I'm walking and trying to find out these three? Are they a pain in the ass?
So you've met them before.
Yeah, no, I know that. Yeah, but are they?
They've been through probation and they failed.
Right. So they're twats.
They are a little bit twattish.
twat adjacent.
Two of them. One of them is the son of
the Italian
noble that you were playing with.
Yep.
The what fella?
Yep.
And another one is also his illegitimate son.
Yeah, got that.
The other one is a good friend of theirs who loves to hang out with the nobles and,
So they're just wasters, basically. They're just trying to while away the... Yeah. They're sponging. They're likely to be... do I get the impression that they're likely to want to watch and gloat over the two scrubbing down the toilets?
Make a wisdom check on that one, I reckon.
8.
You have never...
Oh, hang on.
Yep.
7.
Oh, that changes everything.
Yeah, I was really hoping that would go upwards.
You have never seen Logan be anywhere around work. Whenever there's work to be done, he is never around.
What kind of places do I know that they usually will go?
You don't know where he goes. He's not there.
Just disappears. Okay.
Christoph is where work is, but doesn't seem to do a lot of it. And Juan does haul in and do work when work needs to happen.
Okay.
So, very possible that they would gloat, but, they could just as well be going into the officers' quarters to steal some
I'll
booze.
tell you what, let's knock my head back into where the game was going on, the poker game.
So you wander your way through the courtyard back down to the officers' rec room.
Not to actually participate, but I just want to see if they've flipping moseyed on into there.
Yeah. Okay. Bowley and Weiner, you are in the latrines cleaning.
Aye.
You've been there for maybe half an hour cleaning when two boots clomp on the floor.
Oh, Sergeant Brass Twister, I'm cleaning the toilets as best I can.
Twister,
I'm
shut
using
your
my
face.
toothbrush. I know you didn't tell
Shut your face, half orc.
What?
Shut your face. And in front of you is Christoph and Juan and Logan holding two pairs of shoes.
Why?
Shut your face. We don't want your kind in our squad. You can just fuck right off. Leave and leave now.
What do you mean, Mike?
You two, Dwarfy, it's bad enough we've got a sergeant who's a fucking dwarf fucker.
Oh, yeah.
We do not want your kind in our squad. You can leave now. I thought that shoe business would get rid of you, but we don't want you here.
But I am part of the watch.
Hey.
This is...
Why not? Shut the fuck up.
okay.
At that point, Juan drops trowel and pees on the floor.
Oh, this is my toothbrush.
And they drop your shoes right in the piss and storm off.
What? Why?
Unless you want to do something.
Volley, why are they doing this?
And off they go.
Don't worry. They've failed multiple times before. They can't make it anyway.
So I just cleaned that.
Just clean it again. Why not?
It's my toothbrush.
We can report it to the sergeant. They can deal with it. Oh, if it's up to you, we can deal with it our own way.
Volley, what did they mean, my kind?
They're racist pigs. They don't like the fact you're half orc. They don't like the fact that I'm a dwarf. By the looks of them, they seem to only like humies.
Why do people here not like half orcs?
People just don't like people different to themselves sometimes. Close-minded fools. Get back to work. Let's get this done. We've got till 7.
Oh, okay.
And at that point, you start to clean that piss off, just like we're going to do until next week.
Oh, nice segue.
Yeah.
That went really well.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth. Yep, that's what you get from me.
I already hate these guys.
Second way.
It's really hard not to just stab him instantly.
I was actually wondering
I
why
waited for him
you
to say
would-
sleep strike. And then
I was thinking you go straight to